So
Which one should I go to?
Sweet Mountain has better music. Starlight Carnival has better levels.
Well, we can't really hear the music, but for the fans, you know.
I mean, this is
Drill Zone.
This is a wild series of Sonic levels.
It's like a big Cinnabon. Whoa.
You are climbing at one point a burger mountain.
That's interesting to me.
Yeah, I mean, really think about that. Frightens me.
I don't like the big jelly bean rocket.
I think even the Robotnik PA thing touches on one point about how gross it is that you're in a world made of food and that you shouldn't touch it with your mouth.
Help us, we're from Sonic Heroes.
Yeah, the egg pawns are a fun bad guy. I kind of like... I think it's very interesting that they were introduced in Sonic Heroes and were big in Shadow the Hedgehog, and then 06 came out and they replaced them with...
That's cool.
It is very cool. They replaced them with like the Egg Knights or whatever it was they had in 06, and then Unleashed came out and had a sort of modified version of the Egg Pawn. I forget what they were called. They might have just been called Egg Pawns. I don't know. But after that, like...
Can I drill into this cake now, or...?
Yeah, you can.
Drill!
The drill power is very cool.
But we can speed through, too.
The verticality to the levels that have the drill is actually really impressive.
I just...
Yeah, you gotta steer back around there. And I think you have to...
Trapped? Oh.
No, I was gonna say, they give you another one. It's amazing how deep these go. There's quite a bit of stuff to find.
It's nice of them to always give me a way out.
It would be exceedingly shitty of them not to, frankly.
No, I agree. Alright, come on.
Nice. Oh, you gotta get all of those.
Oh, you know it.
It would be stupid not to. It's free money. It's free real estate.
Alright, and we're off.
I like that you can boost as the drill, too.
That's fun.
And it's neat. Now you're like...
Oh, hey, these guys are shooting at me,
There's
but I'm killing them.
There's a very cool level of depth to all of this, because like this is not like something you would necessarily see if you played through Sweet Mountain, if you didn't tunnel down deep enough. But it has a very real sense of like that's very cute.
You feel kind of mean.
Yeah. The egg pawns never have animals in them, really, ever, too. They're always...
I think he finally figured out that animalist technology.
Well, that's the thing.
Hey, it's a chef.
Yeah, I like the chefs. It kind of goes back and forth. Sometimes they don't have organic batteries. Sometimes they do. It felt like they were kind of getting to a point with Sonic where they were kind of like figuring out like different sets of
the gingerbread man
of Robotnik technology. Sonic Forces really fucked everything up, I think.
Ooh. Oh, we gotta go into a special zone to get these ones.
Special zone.
We just bounce a lot. Whoa,
Which is
holy
cool.
shit.
Holy fuck, boys.
Uh-oh. I'm dead.
Oh yeah, you do. You just get crushed to death.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I'm not
That's
wild
okay.
about it either.
It's my fault, I guess.
Sonic Forces tying into Sonic Mania, which you knew it would, like, going in. Like, there was enough context clues there. It's like, alright, the end of Sonic Mania ties directly into Sonic Forces. Whatever. They did such a bad job.
So far back.
You were very far back.
Let's just skip.
That kind of frustrates me.
Yeah.
Ooh, getting that pipe. That's cool. Like, I'd love to see just a full-blown pull-out of these levels to see how much shit there is in them.
I didn't want to be under there anymore.
They, like, changed, like, all the context of Sonic Generations. Like, in Sonic Generations, classic Sonic was just Sonic from the past.
Yeah.
And then in Sonic Forces, Tails is like, oh, that's right, you're that Sonic from another dimension. And I'm like,
Which is weird. Yeah.
So Sonic Mania is a separate universe.
Hey, come on.
And apparently, by extension, Sonic 1, 2, 3, CD are all a separate universe. Don't hit...
Oh, no. At least I didn't get caught.
You didn't get got. I have a lot of respect for you for not getting got.
Thank you. Was there...
Nice.
Well, at least I got that. Fuck the chef.
Fuck the
I
chef.
didn't mean it. He's cool.
He's a good guy.
Great group of guys. Uh-oh.
Great. Awesome. Outstanding.
Amazing. I love that guy.
I do love that guy. It's always fun when he comes back.
It's just Roger Craig Smith, right?
Yeah, it sounds like Roger Craig Smith to me.
Oh, shit. Well.
Also, really, honestly, if the next big 3D Sonic game doesn't get rid of the fucking wisps...
Scream. We say that every time, though. We're always like, they should really...
Well, it won't let
come
you...
on.
That's stupid. But no, honestly, I'm sick of the goddamn wisps.
I am too. I don't understand it.
They were pretty offensive in Sonic Lost World, at least the 3DS version.
Yeah.
I haven't played as much of the Wii U version. I mean, we did on this today, Christmas morning.
Yes.
But I don't know. Some of the ones in the 3DS version were upsettingly bad.
Yeah,
Have you ever played the 3DS version of Sonic Lost World?
I might have, like, tampered with your copy at some point in time. But...
You should tamper with it more, because most of it, is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Also, I remember getting in trouble in a creative writing class when I was still in college for playing Sonic Lost World while somebody was trying to read their creative writing story.
Hell yeah.
In my defense, it sucked ass and balls.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Of course. You got to boost to drift, which is...
Oh, you have to boost to drift.
A little confusing. But
I love the way he drifts in that.
I do too. I
when
actually
he just throws the hand out,
I think the hand down's the coolest.
Yeah, I like it better than the spin dash.
Yeah. Because, like, of course, it doesn't look as real, but it also looks way more cool.
Oh, yeah. But whatever. That's the thing Sonic would do.
Yeah, exactly.
This is very heavily reminiscent. You remember Savannah the Citadel Day in Sonic Unleashed where you go up the giant tree?
Yeah.
There's no way that this is not just like a big goof on that, because it's the same thing. But except it's a burger this time.
Right. You're right, it is very similar. Even like the way those springs worked just a second ago is similar.
It's very similar to that level.
I like the popcorn.
But yeah, what was I talking about in Sonic Lost World?
The wisps.
Yeah, so the wisps in Sonic Lost World, largely the 3DS version, pretty bad. But there's something in the 3DS version that I wanted to talk about. Maybe it'll come back to me.
Okay. You ever played the DS version of Colors?
I own the DS version of Colors. I like it. It's just like Sonic.
Cool.
It's just Sonic Rush 3.
Yeah.
Really. Sonic Rush 1 and 2 are the fucking jam.
Oh, they own bones. It's so cool.
Basically taking Sonic Advance and just adding a boost system that they...
It's perfect.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, that is very cool.
I have never played Rush Adventure for more than a couple of minutes, but I've beaten completely the first Sonic Rush.
I've never beaten the first Sonic Rush, but I've beaten Sonic Rush Adventure. I don't even own Sonic Rush. We should do some switches.
Oh, hell yeah. Sonic Rush is great. It's also got
it's got a
Wrapped in Black.
Yeah, it's got a whipping soundtrack with Malcolm X sampled.
Yeah,
on the,
Wrapped in Black is one of the weirdest Sonic songs in existence.
Let's make a Sonic song that has Malcolm X speaking on it. Sonic's he's a pretty liberal guy.
I would have to imagine so.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like in today's current climate, Sonic would be on the right side of everybody.
I think so.
I can't imagine Sonic being like, well, all lives matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe somebody fucking stupid like Vector.
I could see Vector doing
I could see Vector being an all lives matter guy, and everyone's just sick of his shit.
Oh, shit. Man, that's funny.
That's a fun goof.
Oh, man. Let's kill all these guys.
Joe Stando pointed something out while he was playing through Sonic Forces that I didn't really notice with Vector in that game. Because you remember Vector's voice in like Sonic Heroes, right?
Yeah.
And I think you probably remember it from Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah, Find the Computer Room.
Yeah, Find the Computer Room. And then there's Vector in Sonic Forces. So that's 3 separate Vector voice actors, right?
That's cute.
That is very cute. Again, the verticality of the levels in Sonic Colors is impressive. You can go so fucking far up and down sometimes.
I wish I could look down.
But okay, so there's... I think the best Vector is as far as voice acting goes, the original from Sonic Heroes.
I agree.
He's gruff, but not ridiculously gruff. That's spooky.
It is spooky.
And all his line reads are fun. In fact, honestly, Chaotix in general, across the board, probably the Sonic Heroes, the Sonic Adventure era crew is the best.
Yeah.
Espio for certain too.
Yeah.
Vector and Shadow the Hedgehog, if fine, he's a little bit more shrill.
Not a great voice.
He's not great, but he
doesn't have as big of a role either. So
yeah, he's just like a shriller version of the original. Vector, nice. Vector in Sonic Forces. Oh,
I guess those were coming. I thought they were in the background, but they were just coming up for me.
yeah.
That's okay.
Is that like a giant conveyor belt full of pancakes? Was that what that was?
Maybe.
Robotnik could just fucking solve world hunger. I don't know if Sweet Mountain, I don't understand if that's a thing he made completely or if that's
just like
a planet he stole. Yeah.
I get the idea that these are all planets already.
Yeah, and then he's just
there.
He's built stuff into.
Yeah.
For the most part, that's definitely the case.
I don't have any rings.
In the very grounded universe of Sonic Adventure, where basically New York City exists, and also about 5 other versions of New York City exist.
Spinning teacups.
Very nice. There's also a planet that has pancakes that spawn naturally.
Yeah.
And I think that's good.
I agree.
But Vector's voice in Sonic Forces, this is probably the first time we've really, it's at least the first main series entry where Vector's said a whole lot.
Yeah.
I think he's in Sonic Freeriders for Connect, which not a whole lot of people have played. And he probably has a couple of lines during the Time Eater boss battle in Sonic Generations.
Sure.
But Sonic Forces is the first time he plays a main role.
Right.
Joe Stando pointed out that he sounds basically exactly like Bobcat Goldthwait.
I didn't notice that either.
Yeah, if you go back and listen to his voice, he does sound an awful lot like old Bobcat.
Interesting.
Look at the those are 2D jelly beans, my man.
Yeah, you think those are jelly beans? I think they maybe jawbreakers.
You think so?
Yeah, they don't look quite as beanular to me.
I would like if somebody would get in the comments and say whether they think they're okay.
Now those ones be jelly beans, or at least some sort of jelly candy.
It's some sort of jelly candy, at least in the tank.
But those circular ones to me still look like jawbreakers.
Now, is that food coloring or just like sugar water?
Maybe like a slushy thing. Like they get sent into a machine and you make slushies.
I've told you this, but I'm really into Mike Pollock as a goofy, dumb Robotnik. I liked Dean Bristow's Scary Robotnik, where he was actually the main villain for most of Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. And he was great in Sonic Heroes. He was certainly less serious in Sonic Heroes, but he was still really, really good. But Mike Pollock playing, and he did a serious Robotnik in Sonic 06, and he was probably the best voice actor in that game.
Right.
I think a lot of times Jason Griffith's Sonic is not so hot, but his Shadow is pretty good.
Yes, I agree with that.
My go-to Shadow is David Humphrey from Sonic Adventure 2. I think he was the perfect mix of arrogance and detachment.
Yeah.
Kirk Thornton, who's Shadow now, I like Kirk Thornton a lot. I really like him in Samurai Champloo. But I don't know, he just doesn't land for me as much as Shadow.
It's a weird choice for Shadow to make him more like a weird Frieza.
Yeah, he's all
Sonic.
Yeah,
it's
got this Sonic
weird.
Ooh. But my God, Mike Pollock as Goofy Eggman, especially in Sonic Boom. The fact that they took the cast from the games, put them in a TV show, and everything they do in the TV show, because they're being given the right lines.
You have the power, you can use that.
Oh yeah, you're right. They're being given the right lines, and nice.
Okay.
Have a good voice. I think the voice director is actually, now that I say that, the same in the games as it is in the show. I think the writing in the show is just so fucking good that they nail all their lines. Mike Pollock is fucking hilarious in Sonic Boom. The one where he takes Sonic to court and Knuckles is his lawyer and leans into the, well, I'm just a simple Southern lawyer bit is incredible.
I don't think I have seen... I forgot what's this. I don't think I've seen a full episode of Sonic Boom.
Have you really not?
I don't think so.
I've watched
I know it's
most
on
of it.
Hulu.
It's worth your time. There are so many gags in Sonic Boom that fucking make me cackle like an idiot. There's so many shots they take at Sonic.
Oh, this is a weird wisp. Once we get that one.
This is my least favorite one. I don't really get it. I forgot about this guy.
Yeah, me too.
There's so many shots they take at like Sonic as a franchise in general that are very funny. There's one where Sonic shows up with basically like a Genesis game.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my god, that's not even in print anymore. How'd you get that? He's like, yeah, I know, it's the best one. They really screwed up when they changed the color of his legs.
That's very funny.
Which is a fun one. And then there's another one where like they're on, like, the whole team is on the cusp of like doing something important, and they start talking about like entertainment media franchises, and Amy's just like, I wish they would stop taking tired old franchises and trying to inject new life into them and just do something different. And then they're all just like quiet for a minute and like won't look at each other, and they're like, anyway,
that's very funny.
We have to do this episode. I think that the first episode where Shadow shows up, like Robotnik's holding a meeting of all the villains in the series, and Shadow shows up, and everyone's like, who the fuck is Shadow? And he's like, what? He's only the edgiest character in the entire franchise.
That's funny.
Anytime they like talk about the writers, or there's one where Sonic tries to go to his happy place and goes out too far, and just like it cuts to a human man in a Sonic costume, like just like it's just like an actual footage of a guy in a shitty Sonic costume, and he's just like, oh, too far.
That's silly. Oop, sorry.
Oop, it's okay. Sonic Boom is a delight. I really...
yeah, I should watch it sometime. I'm not doing anything else.
Not all of it's incredible. Dude, I will watch it with you this weekend. What are you doing?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Well, really... God damn it!
Shit.
I hate you can't move after a while, and it's just there mocking you, and you gotta hit the button, too. You gotta ditch your wife and get over to my place. Well,